let's get planning for the first full week of December in my 2 planners. Happy Vlogmas all, and welcome back to my planner desk. I'm going to be using this kit from Exo Mama Plans. I just got it from her pre-Black Friday, and since we had our first real winter storm, I thought this would be a good time to use some of these. I don't know if I'll use it in both planners. We might. I might do something else in the other one. We'll see. But I know I want to use this one in my weekly catch-all. That's what I should call this, my weekly catch-all. Now, this will be going away in 2026. I will be sticking with my daily catch-all, which is the Go-Getter Girl. But I figure we will finish up so that I have one completed planner for 2025. These are printables from Light's Planner Action. She's gonna become more of a printable shop, which I don't hate. I really love her printables. I just suggest, and we'll talk about this in another Vlogmas video, I suggest really good printer paper, okay? And I got 2 different kinds of 32-pound paper, and I really like the HP the best. Just a heads up. I realized I've already dated everything, so maybe using the date covers is not the best. Maybe I'll use this in my teacher planner. That could be fun. Because, I mean, I could unstick these. But do I really want to spend that time? I don't think so. I don't think that's a good use of my time today. So there you go. I have I technically have 3 to-dos to done. I gotta be careful when I take these off the discs just because it's so chunky. So let's go ahead. Let's go for some snowy scenes. Let's do maybe this one down here. Let's use the snow globe box because I can actually write in this box, which is nice. And then let's do the train and this darker box here. That is crooked, but it's okay. And we have our rescheduled Friendsgiving. Hopefully we don't have to reschedule it again. We have snow in the forecast like every day this week. And for those of you who have been at my channel for a while, know that I dislike snow. And I'm very, very nervy about it. So I'm trying to decide. Oh, I didn't get any checklists for this one, so I'll have to look for some. It's just, I have no reason. I should say that first. I have no reason to be as nervy about snow as I am. That being said, as I've gotten older, I've noticed my anxiety about snow has really revved up. And that's not fun. Anti-fun. 0 out of 10. Let's see, do I have a good blue? I do in the, funnily enough, in the Planner Basics. I bet you, this is an older Happy Planner book as part of using up all of the stash, right? Let's see, this one would work. Let's do some, oh, maybe. I'm gonna let go. Let's do a checklist, maybe down in the middle. I always like having a checklist on Friday. And then let's do a grocery sticker, because again, trying to use up the stickers. I usually do my grocery shopping on Saturdays. Sometimes it moves to Sunday, but we'll see. Little hydrate tracker. I have been really focused on drinking water first thing in the morning. You can use this green what's for dinner. That'll work down here. And maybe we put it with a, oh my goodness, I know. I hear them too. Do like a sparkly flag and a what's for dinner. And then I usually do breakfast and lunch here. So let's go ahead and write those things in. I've got so breakfast is probably gonna be, not probably, it is. It's Sunday, November 30th. So there is no changing this one. Egg white omelet with cheese. And my lunches are gonna be a variety of soups. I went grocery shopping before our big snowstorm came so that I was not going to be hurting for groceries. Let's do these guys for dinners. I think I only need to plan 3 dinners this week because we still have Thanksgiving leftovers, so we do need to do that. So Hoper's soup and salmon. Those are going to be our 3 options this week. It'll make it very, very simple, which is nice going back into the school week. How are you feeling about the beginning of December? I'm actually feeling pretty good considering considering that I ended what was it? I ended November with face hives. Let's talk a little bit about that. For those of you who might not know, to do, and let's grab another to do. Let's use just different one. I got really stressed out, and I didn't even realize it, how stressed I actually was at the end of November with medical stuff, and not like my medical stuff. I'm a parent caretaker, so there's a lot of things I do outside of my school day, and one of the things I realized is how I have basically just not let there be enough time for me in a variety of ways. So I'm working on that. And like turning off like school. When I get home from school, turning off school. School is done. No more school when I get home, so that I can have, let's move this a little bit. So I can have that time to recoup and get my brain ready for the next thing. So between school and medical stuff for my folks, it was just all of a sudden my body said, I'm going to make you stop and it's going to look like this. To which I said, but like, hey body, why do you think this was the best way to do that? Like, how are hives on my face going to make my life less stressful? I got a dad appointment at 3:05. And then I have a real appeal. We'll talk about that too. It's one of the things I'm doing to prioritize myself at 7 p.m. And then hopefully Friendsgiving. Like I said, there's a chance of snow every day. It's gonna be fine. I'll be fine. I'm trying to do that whole decorative thing in the corner. I don't know how well I'm being successful with it. I think I just need to, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Maybe move this down. Move this way. Ah, that's better. I like that better. What's it look like on camera? I don't know. So yes, so it was just kind of a interesting end of the month. Do I have any like winter quotes? Let's see what we got. I think in this one those aren't gonna really go. Let's see. I think that's the one thing I am missing. I probably should have purchased some quotations. Let's see what we got in this one. Again, another older Happy Planner book. I think we are going to decorate a gingerbread house at school. We had a gingerbread house competition last year, and it was hysterical. It was really fun. And I think this year we should do, let's do one of these guys up towards the top. Just for fun. One of these polar bears. We'll call that good. All right. Catch all done. Let's switch to daily. But yes, I think our theme for this year, last year our theme was, oh, I forgot to do my review page. We'll do that here too. Our theme was teacher retreat, and we had little gingerbread teachers. Like, we had our house, and the house was in the middle. It was like the lodge. And then we made a whole scene of the gingerbread people who were in like the hot springs and doing snow yoga, and it was just hysterical. I'm going to use this washi from Archer and Olive because I think it just goes with that theme, and I have it out. And then let's use Week in Review. I'm working. I'm trying to hand letter every time. But I want to find my own style. Week in Review. And let's do, last week was what? What was last week? Through the 30th. Oh my goodness. The 24th. I like the blues. They're very wintry. Oh my goodness. And the dogs are here to play reindeer games. I know. Real appeal. We'll talk about that as we're working on the dailies. But here's what we look like on the discs. Plenty of space to keep writing. So I was talking with my husband about these doggos, about the fact that I'm really frustrated with some of my health goals. Okay, we're going to pause so that they can play. One moment. By pause here and let them play, it turned into they played the rest of the time I planned and were just reindeer gaming it up. So I decided voiceover. That is the best choice here. So I was talking about some of my health goals, and how I was frustrated with them. And my husband and I have been talking about it, which has been great to bounce ideas off. But I found in my insurance app that my insurance actually has, for lack of better term, a Weight Watcher-esque program. Oh, this is where I realized I made a mistake in decorating. They in the Go Getter Girl planners, they always make sure you have 5 weeks. Well, I didn't need the 5th week in the November one, and I made a snafu. But luckily, undo to the rescue. So this will be my first week trying this program called Real Appeal. So if it works out well, I'll probably talk more about it. You have group meetings once a week through Zoom, so I don't actually have to go anywhere, which is nice since, as we talked about earlier, Snow and me don't get along. And it's just going to be something new to try. And since it's covered by insurance and I don't have to pay for it, I thought, why not? There's nothing to lose. Well, I mean, there's weight. There's weight to lose. Anyway, I went through, and while I was watching TV the other night, I went through and re-houred, because it's not redating, I redid the hours on my daily planner, because what I really want to use this for is my time at home. My time at school is very much accounted for. So I went through, and now it's more in like half-hour to 15-minute increments, which may seem like overdoing it, but I really want to see how that works for me in my planning, because there's so many times where I find myself saying, I just don't have time, when really I do have the time, especially if I wasn't like, doom scrolling. So I want to kind of keep track of those things. I love the little variety of stickers I used on these dailies. So you got a little bit of Archer and Olive Washi. You got a little Sarah Lynn art with the Reading Girls on Monday and Tuesday. You got some Exo Mama plans right here. And I'm adding a quote from one of our choir songs. It's called What If Every Snowflake Had a Light? I'm so excited to do this song because we will be using finger lights for this song. We have blue and white ones, and it's going to be super cute. I can't wait. We're turning all the lights off in the performance area, so it'll look really cute. And then I decided, let's use up these ornaments from Coffee Planner Mom. Her shop is no longer open. Always makes me sad to say that, but almost done using all of my backlog of Coffee Planner Mom stickers, which is pretty amazing. It just shows how much I loved her stickers, because there's just, I have so many. So I decided I'd do a little scene with the ornaments, and I'm going to draw little lines to show them hanging, dangling from the top. And I was ready to decorate the weekend, and then I realized, I don't have a square box on the weekend. But I still found a little spot for one more sticker to keep it very cute. I decided to highlight my school hour just so it's like, well, not that I'm only at school for an hour, but the section in my daily, like, this is when we're at school. This is when that happens. And then hopefully, like I said in the other part of the plan with me, we have Friendsgiving this Friday. And then I have my Real Appeal meeting on Thursday. And I have a dad appointment on Wednesday. But other than that, we're going to call this good. So I'll let you finish out with some music. Remember, if you missed any of the videos from Vlogmas, I'll have a card at the end with the playlist. And so you can always catch up over there. And I'll see you next time.